Good morning. A few minutes ago I woke up from my nap and I was looking out the window and I said, wow, there's some pretty colors out here. So I thought, well, I'll just come out here and take a few pictures for the fall colors. I hope you enjoy this. What are you barking at? Get back here! Come, Charlie! Are you protecting our beehives? I think he's protecting the beehives. What are you doing? Oh, stop it. Stop it. Get back here. Stay in the yard. Silly dog. I believe this is red maple. That's real important to the bees. It's an indicator that the flow is about to start in January, February, something like that. Whenever that happens, when they start to bloom, then the bees get busy. And the new year starts. The new year for the bees starts, well, in autumn, but that tree right up there, well, the one taller is not it, but the one right to the right there is the red maple. That's the big indicator of when the flow starts. January 2024, just around the corner. Hello, Charlie. Can you jump up here? Can you get the picture? No, I doubt it. Well, anyway, you missed that. I thought I'd make a little video here. I took a frame of drawn comb, or partially drawn comb, poured some sugar water in it, did some open feeding. I've been cleaning out these frames, or letting the bees clean them out for a few days now. But just to take some pictures, I thought, well, why not do this? Hope you enjoy it. Meanwhile, back at the test site, the bees are still trying to clean out that little bit of sugar water I poured on that foundation there. The drawn out foundation. Not completely, but they're fighting now and then over, hey, I want the last bit here. They're just fun to watch, aren't they? They're also trying to find whatever they can on these other hives. Look at that. There's not one going in there. But they are going in the hive in another spot. So I'll just move it over there and see if we can't get that. A little jiggly here. There we go. See if we can focus it. Look at that. Every one of them left. They're back at the entrance. Just my luck. Oh, here's one going in the back there. They're trying to find whatever they can. I've been feeding my bees sugar syrup. They have a lot of good growth since I've been feeding them. Well, let's take a look at the bird bath in a minute. Yes, they're still here, trying to get whatever they can. A little bit of water. Maybe there's still some sugar on those rocks that I put out there. I put some sugar on the rocks early this afternoon, and they loved it. There were just hundreds of them flying around. Well, maybe not 100, but probably 20 or 30. Just getting a little bit more sugar, a little more water, carrying it back to the hives. You might hear my electric fence in the background going tick, tick, tick. It looks like there's a few back there doing little orientation flights, even as the sun goes down. Probably got about an hour and a half of daylight yet. But everybody seems to be happy. They've been out collecting whatever they can. There's not much, but they must be finding a little pollen somewhere now and then. I don't see it, but they've been going to those little flowers. And my sugar water. They've used about a quart each of sugar water, 2 to 1, in the last 2 days. That's probably the last I'm going to put on it because we're getting some cold weather, probably around 23 degrees in about 2 more days, 2 more nights. So I'm not going to put any more water on, no more sugar syrup. It's day 2. I haven't put any more syrup on this frame, but the bumblebee has found it. And they're kind of surprised. The honeybees are fighting amongst themselves, or whatever might be left, which is nothing, probably. But the bumblebee isn't even being bothered. If I had some more syrup, I'd pour some more on it. I think we're pretty much done, though. Cleaned it all out. Look at that fight going on. Just tearing it up. Well, I guess it's time to bring it in. I'll stick it right in there. This evening I'll take those all in. Meanwhile, over at the water station, where I poured the sugar water the other day, sugar water's pretty much gone. But the bees aren't. They're just out there getting some water and hauling off whatever they can. I'm sure the sugar is gone. Aren't they fascinating? These bees know exactly where this water is. It's a nice warm day. Probably about 70 degrees out right now. But that's the last of that. We'll see. Probably maybe tomorrow a little bit of warm weather, but it's going to start cooling down into the 60s or lower for a while. I hope you enjoyed this. I certainly am. Well, I just thought I'd give you a little heads up what's going on. Winter's coming on. It's about time to do some other things that have been left behind because I've been taking care of bees.